don't know how anointed a person really is because we touching them. Jesus asked the disciples, he said, who do men say I am? They start listing all these people say he is. He said, well, hold up. The only thing that matters at this particular time is who you think I am. Because if you don't think I am who I am, then I can't do nothing for you where I'm at, where I'm really is. That's true. Most people can't help you if you don't see them as help, but you see them as something you can take something from. Everything that people give you is not always help. Sometimes it handicaps you. Sometimes the best gift you can get is someone hurting you for something you need. See, a person won't value their job until they get fired. But while they were on it, they were always considering going somewhere else. Now you got all the time to go somewhere else and ain't got nowhere to go. It's some good word right here. A person don't value their relationship until all the blessings are cut off. If people don't mind you being mad at them, just don't cut the blessings off. Look at all the giveaway blessings getting quiet. As soon as the blessings cut off, all of a sudden they begin to reverence. So James is one of these people that were close enough to get a transfer, but was not wise enough to see through what he already knew about someone. Sometimes our children will be the last to get our inheritance while we're living, because they only see us as something that irritates them, not knowing that the 15 minutes of a phone conversation can change their life if they saw the gift in the father or the mother. It's the truth. They have to make all these mistakes before they realize you were so right. Then they got to wait till they enter at late 20s before they tell you you were right for what they did at 12. So James is in this predicament where his eyes are open to who everyone was saying Jesus is. I go through it. You might not go through it, Mr. Rock, but I know I do. Very few people in my family call me by my title, because they think they know me. I don't know if y'all go through that. You know, my mother calls me by my title because the title represents the authority, it represents the anointing, it represents the image. That's why it's not good for someone to meet your wife and call her by her first name and throw your last name out. When they introduce her, they should be introducing her by your full name, because that identifies her to the authority attached to you. Don't let nobody get away with introducing your wife single like she's single. Y'all getting quiet on me. If they don't have to say your last name, they better put that word wife. Study the Bible. Study the Bible. What is the Bible? The Bible speaks. When he speaks to a woman that's attached to somebody, they attach that man to that woman. It ain't my fault you don't want to be attached to a man that ain't got nothing for you. You don't have to be attached if you never slept. Well, I'm preaching like a crackhead, but nobody wants to get high. I got some stuff for you. You just ain't taking it. This says, read.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Listen, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, yes, we are anointed in the kingdom of God, but we're scattered. I'm going to go deeper than that. We are anointed in this church, but yet we're scattered. We come to hear the same thing, but walk out with different beliefs. We're scattered. What makes us scattered? We don't put a check on our attitudes. Don't put a check on our attitude. 40 years out, 2 of y'all will say, oh, he don't know all that. Pastor Tony Smith ain't all that. You won't put a check on your attitude. 40 years out, 1 or 2 of y'all, hope it ain't no more, would think about going to another church because you won't put a check on your. Get to the church and realize that church don't fit you and don't know how to freaking come back to home because you won't put a check. So you stay out in the wilderness, growing a beard, losing your mind because you won't realize that you got to come home to the thing you said you don't need. Why? Because you won't put a check, examine your attitude. This is what we do. We won't examine our attitude. Then we get angry at people that identifies it. Don't tell me about me. Don't tell me I'm that way. You don't know me. I don't have to know you to see the character in you. See, I don't have to be no prophet. I've been around here long enough to go down the aisle. See, I would love to do it. Man, you just don't know how bad I would love. I would love to like start right here and go all the way down there and read all of y'all. But y'all would leave the church. You wouldn't like it. Because all I'll be dealing with is your character. And listen, doing this can fool you. See, I don't look at what you said yesterday on Facebook. I go 2 years back. I look at your timeline. I wait till them things pop up a year ago. Oh, you was doing that a year ago? There have to be some patience in what God is doing with you. This is what I learned about patience. It's so good. When you choose, Earl, to have patience, you have no right to have frustration. That means everything that's coming to you must be a teachable moment. You can't get frustrated of knowledge. When you getting frustrated, that means you struggle with patience. Let's read. God said,
Greetings, my brethren. Count it all joy when you fall into various trials.
All joy when you fall into various trials. Simply telling you, don't get mad if you're learning something. Let me tell you something. If I would have learned what I knew, listen, what I know now doesn't mean I didn't hear it earlier. I just didn't use it then. See, some of y'all heard this before, but today you need it. But when you heard it, you thought you were fine, and this don't fit you. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I know someone told you, you keep eating like that, you're going to gain some weight. Now, for them two brothers right there, they ain't talking to them, but the rest of us, y'all know good way. Even y'all skinny people, look at your stomach. Your stomach tells you how big you are. Don't try to impress me because you got curves. I want to see the mid. Y'all better stop looking. Y'all better stop going to the mirror like this. That's why everybody shoot like this. No, shoot like this. Get all this. He said, count it all joy when you go through what? Say it again. Count it all joy when you go through what? How many trials? How many is that? No, all of them. All of them. All of them. When you woke up this morning and saw it rain, count it joy. Yep, you had to change your dress code. You had to add some stuff to your wardrobe. You had to put a coat on. You had to put a hat on your head. But count it joy. Yes, it's uncomfortable driving in a car with a coat on. You like to be comfortable, but count it joy. Why? Because you could get pneumonia by the end of the day. You got to count it joy. You got to learn something from everything you do, because whatever you learn today, it will help you in your tomorrow. But if you ignore it today, when you get to your tomorrow, you have to learn it again. Count it all joy when you go through very trying. Read.
Knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience.
That the testing of your faith. Oh, God. I can't touch that testing, but I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it at the 11 o'clock service. But right now, I want you to understand that some stuff you're going through, God is saying, I want to know where your faith is. This is why. God wakes you up for 23 years of your life. Still, for some of y'all, allow you to keep your original teeth. You're old, but he gives you youth. Always giving you. And every now and then he says, I need to know, do you love me? Let me use you, Tasha, because if I use you, I get my money back. Come on, stand up. I love you. I love you. Ain't got nothing else. Just like a woman. Okay. I love you. What else I got to do to get this love, girl? You want my gun? I love you. I love you. See, that's good until it goes this way. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you, and I love you. You notice now I'm taking more than I gave. And I just don't understand, where's the love? So I'm testing you. When someone tests you, he must take something from you or give you something that can take you from him. Amen. You must hear me. Some of y'all call things the devil, but it's really a test. Because he wants to see where your faith is. Because the trying, the pressure of your faith creates patience. That's why you don't have no patience, because you ain't got no faith. You don't believe it can happen unless it's happening now. You know, you call somebody to pick you up. They said they'd be there by 8. It's 5 after 8. They ain't there yet. You mad. Are they coming? What time you coming? I'm on my way. I'm caught in traffic. They have to explain themselves. Why? Because you don't have faith. And no faith, no patience. Oh, so if you don't have patience and you don't have faith, then it must mean you haven't pleased God in a long, long, long time. Because the Bible says without faith, it's impossible to please God. So when you want to walk out of a relationship, you don't have faith. When you don't want to quit a job, you don't have faith. When you don't believe the process, you don't have faith. If you don't believe you can be healed, you don't have faith. And if you don't have faith, you have never pleased God, but he keeps loving you. Faith works patience. And patience is the only thing that God gave you that is perfect. You don't have you are perfect only in patience. Because patience says, I am calm enough to accept what the end gonna be. We can't even wait for a trial date. Judge say you got to go to court on the 3rd. The day is the 29th. You sitting there all messed up, trying to wonder is you going to go to court or run. No patience. Tell you something that you don't have patience in? When your wife says, okay, we live in America. When your woman says, or the woman you slept with says, I'm pregnant. Who pregnant? By who? Are you sure? Dang, you sure? How many times you check it? What did the doctor say? Did you go to the doctor? You ain't go to the doctor? Oh, snap. You went to the doctor too? He said you pregnant? That ain't no patience. That's the pressure. That creates patience. That creates faith that whatever you having, God will give me the strength to maintain it. So now I ain't got to abort it because I know I trust God to give me the ability to maintain it. Y'all getting quiet on me. All the abortion people don't want to talk to me now. And God says, wow, you don't believe in me. Well, what I don't believe in is that I can handle what is coming. I don't believe that. I'm struggling in what I can handle what's coming. And I can't handle how people see me. I can't handle how people will judge me. I can't handle how I would look. And then you should go to the Word and say, is there anything too hard for God? I know y'all don't believe this. I know you don't believe this. I know you might not believe this, but there are some of y'all in this room that was born as a mistake to your parents, but not a mistake to the plan of God. God, if your parents would have said, God, I don't trust you, that means your whole existence have to be remade. Let me get off that part for something else happened. Read.
But let patience have its perfect work.
He said, let patience have its perfect work. Look at your neighbor and say, patience is not something you're born with. It's something you work on. Patience is not something you're born with. So please don't think you have arrived in patience. Please don't think that you are, I'm just mellow. But y'all mean you patient. That means you sweat from the inside. That don't mean you mellow. No, I'm serious. Patience is not something you're born with. That means I lay back. That means you're lazy. You're lazy, and the more stuff you get out of, the more stuff you don't have to deal with. But that don't mean you got patience. But she not no, that means she's hard of hearing. She don't hear them kids screaming and crying. Don't mean she got no patience for them kids. It takes time. No, please don't act like you were born a mother. Please don't act like everything about your child doesn't irritate you. Please don't come in here today and act like you're just a Mary Poppins, you know, go around and take care of everybody's kid. Don't tell me there has not been a moment you went into the bathroom and said, how did I get here? Nobody should be here. Don't you ever tell me you never wanted a break, but you had to shake that stuff off your face, wipe your eyes, and go out with some patience, and the patience brought faith, and that faith brought the excellence of something great. The devil don't want you to establish patience. He wants you to be frustrated. He wants you to share it with somebody. He wants you to attack people. He wants you to be alone. He wants you to give up. He wants you to smoke. He wants you to get drunk. He wants you to do everything that takes you away from your original assignment.
That's good, sir.
Go to the car dealership, they're two cars. Same cars, same car, exact. It costs the same amount of money. You ain't got no patience, you want the car. Car dealerships tell you the car's $40,000. You want that car. That's it. You want that car. Got no patience. You buy that car for $40,000. You bragging about your car for $40,000. You go on Facebook, same car dealership. This car that was right beside it, the twin, is now for $28,000. And you talking about, it doesn't matter, you got yours first. I'd rather be second. At least I know I got gas for a while to drive it. Stop making excuses. Stuff like, oh man, them shoes are nice. You got the same shoes you got? Mine's is original. But it looks the same on his feet. No, mine's is Gucci. His ain't Gucci. Well, I'm not asking him to take his socks off. I'm not asking him to take his feet out of them shoes. All I know is that what he got hooked up looked nice. But because you don't have no patience to go explore and shop to find out what's the better price, you go on brand alone. And you're going to wake up one morning and find out that your brand ain't brand. You ain't the original. Please don't tell me you got a Rolex and it keeps green on your wrist. That is not a Rolex if green comes on your wrist when you sweat. That's a death sentence going in your blood vein. I'm glad y'all laughing. Read.
That you may be perfect and complete.
He said, listen, patience has a spirit of you being perfect and complete. This is what patience does, though. Read.
Lacking nothing.
Because patience make you never lose. Because you're already prepared for whatever the ending gonna be.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Lacking nothing. I am calmed, I'm collected, because I'm not gonna lose, because I didn't put too much hope in nothing but God. And we got to learn to be patient. That way we won't make false moves. There's some, I'm always trying. I could listen, please hear me. I was raised in a holiness church. I know how to go down and grab Paul and Silas. I know how to preach about Shadrach, Meshach, and that bad Negro. I know how to preach stuff like that. No, please don't think. But I'd rather preach where you are. I'd rather preach where your conditions are. Because you don't have patience, you ain't even sensitive to the time to buy a car or buy a house. Now you got the car of your dreams, but not the money to pay for it. The house of your dreams, but the weight of 30 years living like a slave. Why? Because you don't have patience. Let me tell you something about patience. It says lacking nothing, perfect, excellent. It's because patience is one of the greatest tools you need to make up your mind. Patience will make you change your mind, and it makes sense. Lacking nothing. Read.
If any of you lacks wisdom,
if anyone lacks wisdom,
let him ask of God.
Google it. If anyone lacks wisdom, call your girlfriend that hates your husband. If anyone of you lack wisdom, go to happy hour and find a new life. If any of y'all lack wisdom, follow a failure. If any of y'all lack wisdom, watch this, ask yourself. You ain't getting it. You're slow already. You're on the yellow bus. You lack wisdom, and you're trying to answer the question yourself. How many times you answered wrong on something you should have waited for information? Try to answer it yourself. I get tired. People call me all the time. Minister, they call me to ask me what they should do because they don't have the answer. Then they ignore my answer because it doesn't fit what they wanted to hear. So I say, what do you want to do? Because you're going to have to live with it. Most people don't want wisdom. They want support. Said, if anyone lack wisdom, don't act like a fool. Seek God. He is not afraid to give you the truth. God, is he the one? Lord, I'm looking for an answer. I want you to give me, I'm going to trust God on this. Is he the one? And God turns around and say, he can't take care of you. Okay, God, but is he the one? He has some mental challenges that you seeing in him. He got anger management, and he lies a lot. Okay, God, that's good, and I thank you for that information, Lord, but is he the one? God told me you were a liar. Then why are you having a conversation with him? Because you don't ask God. You ask you. You ask you. That's why we're such successful failures. Looking good, but failing every day. Because you ask you. You know he can't take care of you. I know, God. You keep hitting me in my head with it, Lord. But I got one more question for you. Is he the one? That's where we stop at.
5.
Okay, good.
Who gives to all liberally and without reproach.
Mm-hmm. Look, go ahead, read.
And it will be given to him.
Mm-hmm.
But let him ask in faith.
That's the key. You must ask in faith. Ooh, this is so good. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. So what is faith? Let me sum it up for you. Faith is so many things, but let me sum it up for you. Faith is waiting. Just waiting. not doing it because I'm waiting. No, I'm not going to calm up some scheme to get out of it or to make someone deal with me the way I want them to deal with me. I don't like what's going on, but I am going to wait. Don't go get no workman comp and act like I broke my nose. There ain't nothing wrong with my nose, and I'm in the club doing nose dances. I'm just going to wait. Why? Because wait tells the devil I don't respond to him. Just going to wait. I'm not going to wait till he get home and cuss him out about what I think. Just going. Because wait is building my faith in God, teaching me how to trust what I don't see. That way, when it comes to pass, the way I desire it the most, I have to give him praise for teaching me how to wait. This is good. Let's read.
With no doubting.
Listen, that's the key. That's the key. That's the key. Okay, this is how patience is played. Can I show you how patience is played? Let me use you. Stand right there. You know that game, Mother May I? That's called Faith May I. Faith. Yes, you may. Yes, you may. No, you may not. And just, would you like to take one step forward? Okay. Now go back because you broke the rules. The moment you have doubt in the process, you must go back. Wait a minute. With tears in your eyes, you must go back. Fussing and kicking, you still got to go back. He's going to wait for you with your blessing in his hand, but you still got to go back. Why? Because he wants to be pleased and he doesn't want to share his glory with no one else. So are you asking God or are you saying what you want? I know I ain't the only guilty one in this room. I believe Elder Cheryl might be guilty too. She's perfect, but she's not. She's guilty. I know there's been times in my life I did it because I wanted to. And I did not ask him, could I? And I was doing kingdom stuff. And I wanted to. But I didn't ask him, is it my place to do this? Should I have all the information? But should I, Father, may I take 2 steps back? Or should I step in front of everybody and get the job done? God is strange, Earl. He will give you what you want for what you did and then take it from you when no one's looking. You ever did something, got some money, and turned the corner and realized you was broke? Everybody think you got it going on and you broke as a... And you don't even know that's God. You didn't know that was God. You didn't know that you were working every day, get a check every other week or every week, and broke at the end of the pay period, going into the new pay period. You didn't know it was God. You didn't know that God would take all your money by Wednesday and have you walk in faith by Friday, Thursday and Friday, until the check comes? Because he trying to find out, can you please him? Because you did it all your way when you got it? Yeah, you didn't know it was God? You thought it was the devil? Oh, you thought you need more money. Did you notice that you got a raise and you still doing it? Did you know you shouted on an increase and still living like you're struggling? Get unemployment. Call on God to help you. Be serious about it and pay all your bills. Unemployment doesn't fit your check, but you can take unemployment and survive, but can't take an increase. People like singers can live off of fixed incomes better than people that make salary money. It's because their income is fixed. And anything that's fixed puts you in reality of what you really can do. Somebody say patience. There's a lot of y'all doing what you're called to do. But you're doing it broke because you're called to do it later. Losing out on a lot of stuff that should be bringing you wealth because you're doing what you're called to do later. We'll be doing it later. So it doesn't matter. We got people coming Wednesday, teach you wealth. They're going to teach you how to be surprised how many people don't even know how to budget a checkbook because they are addicted to credit cards, debit cards. So they're going to lose their inheritance of what God gave them because they're not obedient to the faith of God and the timing of God to what they want. The Bible says that God shall supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory. That simply means that he's the one distributing what you get when you need it. How y'all living in the right lane but driving too fast? And God gave you preachers and prophets to talk to you. You don't want to hear it. Listen to me. I know y'all don't believe this, but there are some Sundays I don't want to preach. I don't want to preach. Don't want to preach. Don't feel like preaching. Don't even want to look at your face. But don't get mad. Sometimes you don't want to look at my face. But because it's my appointed time to do this, I don't take pleasure over assignment. And God always rewards me with the opportunity of pleasure, even if I don't take it, because I obeyed him and did his assignment. Watch this. Any man that take care of his children, God will always take care of you. It's hard for me to take care of because God ain't going to take care of you until you realize that those tennis shoes are clothes for your children and not for your feet. See, the problem with men is, oh, I'm on this, man. This is going to mess up everybody. The problem with men is we have created relationship with strong women that find another strong man to take care of your child because you ain't man enough to take care of him. The problem with that is no man should have someone take care of their child if they're breathing. So the Bible says when your mother and father forsake you, the Lord will bring someone to lift them up. See, most people don't understand that 90% of my blessing is because I take care of other people's children. They don't understand that. They get jealous and upset because God has placed me to have more than enough, but I ain't dumb. I wouldn't have nothing if I did none of it. I ain't no dummy. And there's some things I want, so I stay in the gap even when I don't feel like it.
That's so good.
Women are strange. Women are strange. I just ain't got nothing to do with faith, but it's got something to do with faith. Women are very strange. Women have a motto. The motto is when they have children, is that they want to marry someone that will honor and take care of their children. That's the truth. They want to love them. They want to be in love. They want all that. But they want a man, if they have a child, they want that child not to be spiked because of that that relationship. So they want them to honor the children. But this is the thing I don't understand about women. And when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask God. Oh, I'm going to ask him. I got a list of things I'm going to ask him. It ain't about God, how did you turn water into wine? I don't drink, so I don't care. And they said the streets are paved with silver and gold, so I don't even want to know how gold goes into a rock. I don't even care. I just dig it up. This is what I'm going to ask God. God, how can you get a woman that wants a man to love her and take care of her child, but train that, to fight that man from loving his own children? Or, wait a minute, or other children. That blows my mind. That freaking blows my mind that you will charge a man for loving children when you want him to love your children. That blows my mind. God's going to have to tell me what mechanism is in a person's life that they get jealous that a man rises up to care for children. That blows my mind. And I have been around long enough to realize ain't none of y'all got the answer for that. That someone, because you can give truth to something you ain't in, but then you give your way when you're in it. That blows my mind. Most men struggle is how they care for other people's children. Ooh, I'm preaching like a crackhead. Maybe I got to promote to a crack dealer. Maybe y'all buy some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm in the wrong. I'm taking too much of it. Because it feels good to me, man. Maybe I'm taking too much of it. Maybe that's a problem. I want to be right before God so bad. I'm just saying, God, if you got to beat me late at night, beat me up. If you got to beat me 15 minutes before I show up, beat me up because I want it right. I want to have patience. I want to know you. I want to have faith in you. Let's read. I'm almost done. I gotta hurry up.
For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea.
That's what he is. He's like a wave of the sea. Go here.
Driven and tossed by the wind.
Driven and tossed by any type of words. We say doctrine, but it's really words from other people. So let me use you, Mr. Rock. Because of doubt. I don't have doubt. No, okay. You don't have doubt because you don't know what to do. You don't have doubt. But I'm the doubt one. I'm the doubt one standing near truth. And I'm like this. The day I love the church, no, I don't like the church now. Maybe we need to go look for another church. Just don't think this church fit us. You know, I don't believe everything the church says. But he's solid. I'm a sissy. I'm weak. Man, you working, your eyes are going just like this. And really, that's how life is. And see, this is the thing about it. You can do this so long, it get comfortable. Standing there, something growing while you're withering away, tossed by everything. The guy on the job told me, what church he goes to? No, he don't go to church, but he's a philosopher. Well, then he should be a philosopher school. Why he driving the cab? Stop calling people stuff if they ain't in their profession. My hairdresser said, how much you paid her? That's all she worth. good teaching. I don't care what nobody say. And we're messed up, we goofballs, because we don't have patience. Because patience works on us. It works on us. Patience is not to change the thing you're looking at. Patience is established to change the person that wants it. Patience. These are the only two I can use sometimes because y'all just crazy. Can I use you? Because I was Pastor Lamont yesterday, so I can get away with this. I think, did we talk about her yesterday? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we do talk about you. See? So, patience. Patience let me see what I want or what I like. For the record, everything you like, stop qualifying it as what you want. Wait to see how much it costs before you say, I like it. Never drive a car until you see a price. Never put on clothes until you look at the tag. Never date a Negro until you see his character. That way he won't live the rest of his life telling you he's sorry. So what patience does is not change her, but patience does his perfect work to see, can I live with what I don't like? Now I can go down the aisle with her because I can live with this hairstyle. Whoosh. No, it's already done. I'm cooking this cake. And I can live that next week it will not be the same thing. I'm living that when she's passionate about stuff that it can almost turn into tears, and I'll be like, what is going on? I can live with that now. But patience taught me how to wait on stuff that I said I like. That way we don't spend 6 years in marriage just to break up. Because I took 6 years with that hairstyle and I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle that hairstyle. Because when I had 2 weeks, I made up my mind, I don't need to study the hairstyle because I'm already like the person. No, study what you don't like because you already learned on what you already like. That's the only way you're going to have a happy marriage is take time, find out what you don't like, and then take time to ask yourself, not just ask yourself, but take time to ask yourself, can you live with what you don't like? And she on the side saying, since you don't like it, can I live with your attitude if I wear it? Because I'm not changing it for you or pastor. Because I got to be me. I'll buy some scissors for both of us. See, that's what patience does. Patience creates the spirit of perfect in you. It means that you're making a perfect answer or a perfect decision. Something you can live with. And that takes time. Not something you have to rush into because patience is going to count the cost. if I had this kind of patience, I wouldn't have dated all them girls. There's some girls I would have never gave my number to or stole theirs. You know how you do? Here, take my number. I got something to tell you. Call me later. I'm going to tell you. What you got to tell me? No, I got to tell you something. I tell you, call me later. Then I stole that number. You ain't know how to do it? All right, let's go to James. Let's go to James. Let's go back to James. James 1:19. Same thing. Go down to 19:24. 19. Almost done. I got to stop. Go ahead.
So then, my brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Swift to hear means I need to see. Listen, we talking about mankind. Listen to me. Don't let nobody fast talk you. If you having a conversation with somebody that have a relationship, and every time you in that conversation you feel like you ain't getting nothing out of it, you need to come back and say, hold up, fool. Let me direct this. Let me tell you what some of y'all problems is. Some of y'all problems is you want answers to too many questions. And if you give a man too many questions, he can choose which one he's going to answer. So you talking about why he ain't paying the bills, and then you throw attitude in it, and he ain't say nothing about the bills. See, that's why I don't like the way you talk to me. You got a lot of attitude. You got a lot of mouth. And then you trying to defend your attitude now. Yeah, I ain't trying to give you no attitude. I'm just trying to understand what you're trying to do. And he played you. He played you. Go to the man and say, let me see your checkbook. Let me see your bank account. You want to see my bank account? Yeah, I want to see your bank account. For what? Because you said I had the right to see anything you had. Oh, I did, didn't I? Why are you being smart? Why are you being smart? I'm not being smart. I just want you to No, you are being smart. See, you just doing it to be smart. See, he played you. Or, you got your cell phone. I ain't got it. I got to get it. See, my bank is different. You got to, like, call in and tell them you're looking for it. I got a different bank. Yeah, I got good credit. I got 5,000 credit. I could buy a house tomorrow, but I'm waiting on you. Who waits on owning something? A player. See, but if you don't have patience, you'll believe that. Oh, y'all been told that before. That's so quiet, like the Brooklyn Crab never cried, did to a hum. No, I'm serious. So be swift to hear. Learn to listen. Read. Hold up. This is how you practice listening. This is simple. This is real good. You want to hear this? This is how you practice listening. Talk on the phone or talk to a person and tell yourself to shut up. I don't care how good your conversation is, to yourself. While you're talking to someone, keep mind, put a clock in front of you. And if you recognize that all you're getting is, yeah, wow, good, to the point that you don't even hear those things no more, you have to look at the clock, and at 2 minutes after, or 3 minutes after, 5 minutes, tell yourself, shut up. Because how am I hearing something if he or she ain't talking? I want truth. Just with all your intelligence, do something against your intelligence. Shut up. That's how you can hear. Because you can't talk and hear at the same time. You can catch some things, but you can't hear full sentences. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, maybe you are so smart, you talk too much. Just look at the clock and say, you know why y'all don't have productive conversations? It's because you train people how to hear you. And if you used to talking all the time, and now you want that person to talk, they don't know how. So you got, you looking at Jerry Springer, he's looking at Steve Harvey, 2 houses, and silence on the phone because no one had a productive conversation. Someone has always dominated it, so the conversation is hushed if it's the other person's turn, because he's have not, or she, mostly he, have not had any room to talk. Now you offended that y'all don't have a conversation. Why you ain't got nothing to say? Because it's always your turn. I don't have to prepare for anything when I talk to you. So why are we so silent? We might as well hang up. Yes. We might as well. Yes, yes. Let's say we love each other and hang up. Because we have not trained ourselves to a productive conversation. Because we don't have patience with dialogue. That's some good teaching, y'all. You don't even know how much you miss out on because you just don't know how to limit your intelligence to 2 minutes, to 1 minute. No one needs to hear your whole day unless you let them share their whole day. And realize if you let them share their whole day, you can't put your whole day in it. I know it's good, but y'all ain't trying to help me out. One more scripture. Let's go. Let's finish this one. I got a couple more, but I'm not going to touch it. Go ahead.
Slow to speak.
Slow to speak. Slow to speak. That's not a curse. That's a ministry. You don't have women. I'm going to go there. You don't have to snap because you know. Be slow to speak. Let me tell you something. If you were slow to speak, you wouldn't say no and have to say yes later. You wouldn't say I'm done and then ask him, do he still want something to eat? You wouldn't say I quit you and still text him in the middle of the night talking about, oh, you didn't call me? I thought you said you quit me. Are we quit or we quit not? Is this making sense? See, I ain't got no brothers want to help me out. Y'all nobody want to help me. I try to help the whole church out at the same time. But like, what's going on? You fuss at me, bring me down to a piece of nothing, and then your response is, I didn't call you back. You should have been slow to speak. You should have considered the cost. It's like going to the store, seeing something on sale, and it's only Tuesday, and it's $60 on sale, and you only got $70, knowing that you got to eat Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You should have slowed that thing down. Why you buying it? Oh, this is a rare. It's not rare for you because you can't afford it. You got to wait till Friday to get it. You're gonna be starving. You're gonna be speaking in tongues to the gas station. You're gonna start getting angry at stuff you used to do free because you put yourself in a predicament because you were slow. That up. You know your gas tank is on E. Why you go buy something for $60? Oh, you don't know how much this really costs. I know you couldn't afford it for $60 if you got to eat. You shouldn't be buying nothing anyway. Nothing. I said nothing. If you're living from paycheck to paycheck. Shouldn't buy nothing. You should take all, just pay bills until you're free. You should be wearing your hair natural or do it yourself. Y'all get mad at me. No, for real. See, that's patience. That means I don't want to live as a slave anymore. So I'm going to buy my freedom. Not a ministry to live from paycheck to paycheck. Something's wrong with you, not the check. Your decisions are terrible. You have no patience. A lot of wisdom, no patience. Character flaw. Character examination. Let's read.
Slow to wrath.
Slow to wrath. That means you shouldn't be angry. You shouldn't get angry. Listen, look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, how many times you got angry and then wanted to make up? Oh, make up, anger is good. No, it's not. It's pressure. No, I'm not making love to you. I'm beating on you. It's pressure. I'm messing all this stuff up. Let's read.
For the wrath of man does not produce the righteousness of God.
See, your anger does not allow God to be a part of your lifestyle, which means he can't be pleased because you don't have no patience, and no patience means no faith. I don't know, I just get mad because God can't trust you. You get mad because God can't trust you with your feelings. Read, let's finish this.
Therefore, lay aside all filthiness, overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls.
Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, we need to be saved. That means you got to be humble. Patience make you humble. See, you can't have patience and be, see, some of our politicians will never know, they don't know what patience is. It's the truth. Some of our politicians don't know what patience is. Some of our leaders, even pastors, don't know what patience is. Some of your men don't know what patience is. That's why they will take care of themselves, but they take care of you, and tell you to take care of them, and then tell you they're sorry that they couldn't take care of y'all, but you're trying to get on your feet. I don't want to, listen, you should be too old trying to look for a feet person. Somebody trying to get on their feet. I think a man that needs to be trying to get on his feet needs to be loaned to get on his feet so he won't have the weight of someone else to have to be responsible for somebody else. Just be by yourself until you get on your feet. I don't think you need a girlfriend. No, for real. You trying to get on your feet. Who wants to wait on broke? That's like you broke, you down here, I'm up here, and I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you, baby, to lead me. Come on, you can do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, boo-boo. I know they don't sound great for guys, but that's the truth. No man wants a woman talking down on him. And be right. Women, marry a covering. Marry someone that covers you. Don't marry somebody that see themselves first. It's a hard life to be with someone that see themselves first. There's somewhere in life, and I'm done after this because I ain't got no more time. There's somewhere in your life, your covering should look at you and say to you, I've done everything I wanted to do. What do you want to do? No, we can do that after I finish doing what I'm doing. Let me get on top. No. I need to make sure that you're in a place that you're comfortable because you married my name, and I can't let you look bad with my name. Besides the ring, all you get is a name. And most men dream for their self and take you along with them. Means that you always in the background or in the front making him look good. When is he going to say, no, this is your job, this is your career, and I'm going to make it work for you. I'm your laborer. Yep, you get everything, and I'm waiting, because why? I'm strong enough to carry a woman like that. I know I won't get a whole lot of men claps. No, yeah, they're too late. That's a too late good word. Say that for next Sunday. No, if you study the Word of God, Jesus dealt with loving Adam and Eve. He surrendered his authority to them. Gave his power to them. And he protected it. He protected them with his power. He says you can name anything. That's his job. That was God's job. You ain't let your wife name nothing yet. She's still in your dream. You're too old. Not good to work hard and live unhappy. A married man should judge his happiness off of the happiness of his home. If your home ain't happy, you need to find out what can make your home happy and simply, listen, y'all ain't gonna like this, man. Take off of work and make it happy. Because 90% of the time as you grow up, it will be your job in the way of your family's happiness. Now, you notice I didn't get no claps? Because a selfish man can't see a vision with a group. I got to take it. No, we don't need all this if we're happy. Matter of fact, if we're happy, you won't have to work for it. God will give it to us. Junior got a basketball game. You know I can't go to basketball game. I got to work. You know I can't do this. I got to do that. You know I got to sleep before I go to work. You know I can't go down there and do this. You know I got to work. I got to work. I got to work. Then sleep with work then. You're not covering us. The season is over that a man die and the children look like they don't know him. That's good patience. Amen. Electricity. Let me tell you something about a wife. Not a woman, but a wife. A wife will always warn a man that he's off course with his children. You got to stop treating her like she's your enemy. She's trying to warn you because her ear's closer to their concerns. And when she say you need to go up to that school or you need to spend time with them, you don't be, how am I do it? How am I do it? I work 16 hours a day. Go to that man and say, I'm no longer your slave. Because what God got to do? Put you in a bed and put people around you for you to value family? And you won't get them testified. I want to thank my wife and my kids. They stood there. They were there every day. I told them to go home. They said no. Know why they said no? Because when they were home, you never was there. This is the only time they can get to see you is when you're sick. And you numb to their feelings because a covering is sensitive to the feelings. You're numb. I know women can be ornery, they got smart mouths, but when it talks about regrouping family, I'm talking about family. See, we treat dating like marriage and treat marriage like we're dating. We're concerned about you when we can't see you when we're dating you. But when we're married, we ignore you all day long. So screwed up. So how are we going to treat the rapture? Like we're going to hell? So opposite. And a mother, man, patience. You talking about patience. A mother will work 2 jobs to make sure the kid gets into programs, go to school, and go with everything. And this is the thing about it. She makes your name look good, and you did nothing. You did nothing. You ain't filed no papers. You ain't did nothing. You did nothing. And she makes you look good like you footing all the bills and never been around. She makes you look good. You working 2 jobs while you still dreaming. You dream single. Don't dream while you married. You build when you married. I'm going to stop. It's the coat. It's the coat, y'all. It's the coat. It's the coat. I'm going to have to cannot wear it next. It's the coat. It's the Superman coat. It's this cross that's on it. Just take me spiritual. But every now and then you need to be corrected because men are too hard-headed when it deals with sensitivity of a woman's desire for the family. And I'm talking about marriage. I ain't talking about somebody just hitting somebody and trying to decide what, it's just the problem. But women, don't listen to me. Your stubbornness has destroyed the future of men. I said it. Your stubbornness has destroyed the future of men because you got us fighting for something we should have. We should have the respect. We shouldn't have to fight for the respect. We shouldn't be fighting for you to respect us. You can't talk to us any kind of way and think we can still be a hero to you. You can't speak in tongues in church and cuss us out because we expose your life. I'm going to stop right here. Praise God. Anybody got anything out that word besides the last part? But I just shifted hard. The problem with, I'm going to close with this. The reason why patience has become something obsolete because patience is designed to change you to who you are. And we got too many people that don't want to change from what they are to who they're supposed to be. It's the patience of you changing to be a man that changed you from being a mama's boy. It takes patience to tell your mother, no, I don't need it, and struggle so you can learn how to be independent. It takes patience to not dial that number. It takes patience not to ask her for stuff that you know you messed up, but you know she's going to give it to you. Patience. But we got a lot of things ain't growing if we have not established patience. Patience creates faith. Faith pleases God. You know how much pleasing you can do and never be a preacher? How much God can like you so much and you never be a prophet? Because your faith is in line, because your patience is right there, walking excellent, with no title. God has given us some incredible word. I'm going to give you a word. God has given us some incredible word, individually and corporately. But I'm going to tell some of y'all that want to share your word corporately. God has gave that word just for you. You just can't find yourself in the picture. Can't find yourself. Why? Because you have no patience. See you there. Such a waste of word. Feed everybody else and you starve in it. Let a man examine himself. Come on, let's give God praise. I'm feeling the Spirit of the Lord saying, I know He's saying it to you, but I'm just going to say it out loud. I don't want to offend nobody. The Spirit of the Lord is saying, the reason why your image looks greater than your finances is because this is the season you're not supposed to lead. And you got to shift partners. I'm not giving the wealth into your hands. It's in the hands of another. But you have to shift. This is marriage. I've been talking about marriage almost through half the service. It's not your season to lead. All your life you've been leading. It's not your season to lead. I want to shift it to another. Can you take the back road? Or you still want to be equal or greater? And it's not your success has not ceased, but your funds has not equaled your success. Let a man examine himself. It's going to be hard. You get the credit, they do all the work. How about God get the credit and you do His will? Y'all remain blessed. In season and out of season. God has a way of speaking to people when they won't listen to nobody else. This is an uncomfortable place right now, especially for married couples, because God is speaking, and where you're standing, you feel the separation. Separation is there because you have to examine it. You have to examine it. Because can't nobody change your mind but you. What would happen if God says, I don't agree with your mind? Would you trust someone else with it? Would you trust Him to let you be led by someone else? I'm not in agreement with your mind. You have created many great things and it failed, but your image remained. I'm still prophesying. God says it's never been your turn in this season. You took it. You took it. The wealth is not in your hands in this season. It's not in your hands. It'll be hard because you have to tear down everything and do it right. Not good when you make your partner unemployed. Y'all ain't gonna hear this. That means you telling her she have to work for you instead of working with you. You talk like we work together, but behind the scenes, you telling me what you don't like. I can't tell you what I don't like. You say it's all for the business. God says the family is the business first. And I took the woman and made her great at the marketplace. Don't get mad if you got a Proverbs woman that can handle her business. Oh, I'm preaching this thing. God says you chose a proverb woman. Every time you were in the gutter, she went and got 2 jobs and made it work. Oh, Jesus. But you still acting like you're the man. You're not. You're the covering. But you're not the chosen one in this season. You're the covering. But I chose a woman.